I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and let's say the Nokia Lumia 920 is just a little bit too pricey for you. That $100 price point, a little bit lofty. Well, AT&T's got a great choice for you that's only $49.99, and that is its little brother, the Nokia Lumia 820. Now, specs-wise, it's packing some pretty decent specifications. A 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon S4 CPU. Display's a little bit smaller, 4.3 inches, 8 megapixel camera though, and you got Windows Phone 8 on a shell that packs a 1,650 milliamp hour battery and 4G LTE connectivity on AT&T. Is this the ultimate Windows Phone 8 device for those people on a budget? We're going to find out in the unboxing. But first, special thanks to our partners at Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices like this for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. When you walk into Best Buy Mobile, you're going to walk out working. If you're buying this for mom, grandma, dad, maybe even for yourself, you'll walk out working. They'll get your email, your web, your contact set up. So when you walk out the door, you can either focus on giving this away as a gift or playing around with other settings besides the stuff you have to initially set up at Best Buy Mobile. Let's do it. Unboxing. Lumia 820. Is this thing worth $49.99 or should you jump for something else like the Lumia 920 or the Galaxy S3? Let's find out starting right now. If the Lumia 920 is just too expensive for you and you can't find a good deal on somewhere like Amazon.com for, $49 or some sort of holiday promotion for the 920, your option is going to be the Nokia Lumia 820. This is a device that from specifications perspective has some very similar specs as the 920, but it's coming in a little bit cheaper than Nokia's flagship device on AT&T. This is the Lumia 920. Specs-wise, it's packing a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 processor. You got a 4.3-inch OLED display here, 480 by 800 pixels. Here's the device itself. A little bit different than the Lumia 920, not a unibody device. The battery is removable. But to continue along on the specs, like I said, 4.3-inch display, 8 megapixel camera on the back with 1080p HD video recording. I probably need to remove this by removing the actual battery cover. 1,650 milliamp hour battery here with a micro SIM card slot behind the battery. And then you've got, like I said, an 8 megapixel camera with Carl Zeiss lens on the back, removable battery door here, and 4G LTE connectivity on AT&T. This thing is packing Windows Phone 8, and it's an affordable option for those people that don't want to spend $100 on the Lumia 920. So Windows Phone 8 appealing to a couple of different price points, $99, $199, $49, all across the board. So consumers have some choice this holiday season. Otherwise, in the box, we've got product and safety information, touch to connect with via NFC, quick start guide, setting up your phone, and then you've got a couple of Nokia accessories. You've got an AC adapter module with USB input right there, and then you've got a USB cable. Nothing too exciting in the box, although AT&T does thank us for purchasing a Lumia 820. I did not purchase this, AT&T. Thank you, though. Nokia sent this along. Special thanks to Nokia for providing this review unit, and this one is one in black. And we'll put the box back up because you want to see the device, right? This is where the meat of the unboxing actually is. Buttons on the front, back, home, and search. Side, volume rocker, power button, camera on the back, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top, and micro USB charging port down there at the bottom. Now this is packing a 4.3-inch display. I think for a lot of people that's going to be a nice sweet spot. I'm used to kind of the 4.7, 4.8, 5-inch, 5.3-inch area, and I think for a lot of people that are content creators, people that enjoy consuming YouTube videos, consuming music on a regular basis, that might be better for them. But for somebody in smartphones just starting out, 4.3 inches is going to be really great, and there are still a lot of people out there that like, comparatively speaking, a device with a smaller screen. I almost cringe a little bit when I say device with a smaller screen and think 4.3 inches because you know what? A couple of years ago, 3.2 inches was the small display. Now we're up to like 4.3 kind of being on the small side. So recommended. Let's go ahead and run through this as quickly as possible. And this kind of takes a little bit of time here. We'll set up the phone and get it ready to go. Finally, the apps have finished installing. Let's jump right in and see what's on the Lumia 820. Now there are a couple of cool things about this. First of all, it has a removable battery. So if you're looking for additional batteries, you can get those from Nokia or from AT&T itself. But like I said, this provides a nice, affordable alternative. Not to say that the Lumia 920 isn't already affordable at $99.99 comparatively speaking, but it's nice to find something even cheaper that's still really a good quality device. $50 out the door, and you're getting a nice device to boot. So, $50 for grandma, for mom, for dad, and it's a device that's not crappy, which is really, really nice. So out of the box, AT&T stuff, code scanner, family map, navigator, radio, UVerse Live TV, all the stuff you've come to know and love, both from AT&T, from Microsoft itself, and from Nokia with some of their value-added applications. Things like ESPN, of course, Nokia City Lens, Nokia Drive, Maps, Music, and then you've got the Microsoft stuff, Office, OneNote, music and videos, games, Wallet, store, of course, all the different stuff you see there, and then on the AT&T side, YP Mobile. Now, the good thing is you can uninstall the AT&T stuff. So let's say you don't want YP Mobile, you can take advantage of that and uninstall it and not deal with the AT&T bloatware, which is pretty nice. 4G LTE capabilities on this device. You can see LTE already running out of the box, but in terms of overall look and feel, if you've seen one Windows Phone 8 device, you've kind of seen them all, comparatively speaking. What I do like about Windows Phone 8, and more importantly about the Nokia devices, is they come with these great value-added applications. Nokia City Lens is one of my favorites. We'll take a quick look at it and talk about it more in the review, but it is something I find particularly useful. I can explore the city I'm in, so you know what? I'm on the road all the time. I'm traveling for business. Let's say I'm in San Francisco, or I'm in Las Vegas, or I'm in New York for work, and just for sake of example, because it's saying Dallas right now, which is where I live, but you know, let's say I'm looking for a good place to get some food, and I just land, and I'm like, okay, I'm near the hotel, calibrate that, and you can see in portrait mode I've got my food choices. So just for example, around my office I've got these options here, but when I turn it into landscape mode, I can turn it like this, and then shift it around. You can see, you know what, Dairy Queen pops up right there, and it'll give me a quick map where I can access Dairy Queen if I'm looking for a Blizzard or something like that. So I can scroll around, Egg Roll Express, Subway, Sushi, and then I've got little pockets here where I can click the plus sign, and I can see there are a ton of different options over here. So City Lens is particularly useful for those times where you're traveling, you don't know what restaurants are nearby. It's a pretty functional application. It's something we saw a couple of months back, as well as Nokia Drive, Maps, and Music. Music is one of my favorites as well. It's finally available in the US, and it's on the 920, the 820, and some of the variants as well, the 810, etc., the 822, and more. So Nokia Music, we're going to allow that. And you can come in here and you can do mixed radio and play your own station, so kind of a Spotify pre-installed out of the box on this Nokia device. So we'll save that for the review, but it is a nice value-added application on the Lumia 820. PhoneDog.com, you know where we're going, PhoneDog.com here, and then we'll load this up and take a look at how it performs. Portrait to landscape mode still continues to be really nice and fluid. Pinch to zoom is responsive. Pages look good, and you can see the PhoneDog mobile page here loaded up with our exclusive articles. And again, transition effects nice and fast. So if you're somebody that casually browses the web, this is going to be a good alternative for you. And the keyboard is equally nice as well. It's the Windows Phone keyboard. We've seen some improvements with Windows Phone 8. It continues to be relatively easy to type on. Quick Brown Fox is almost ready for the holidays, which I completely screwed that one up. Let's try that again, holidays. And I can come back through here and say, you know what, we can add that word, we can get rid of it. I can switch ready to rests, almost to alms, quick to then, brown to brow, for example, and I can change those around quickly and easily. So if I do mix up a word, I can usually go back and change it relatively quickly. So the keyboard's nice. You don't get any third-party keyboards on here outside of the Microsoft keyboard. But that said, they've improved it from previous versions of Windows Phone, and it continues to be actually one of my favorites on the market. Integration via Facebook and Twitter continues to be good. In Windows Phone 8, you've got some great choices like Family Room, where you can bring in a room together. So if you have Windows Phone 8, your girlfriend or boyfriend has Windows Phone 8, your family has Windows Phone 8, you can bring everybody into a family room or a group per se. Let's say best friends. Actually use this one, for example, out of the box. Got your best friends in your group. They all have Windows Phone devices. You can message back and forth within the group. You can share calendar appointments within the group. A nice feature there. And another one of my favorites on Windows Phone 8, Kids Zone, which will come in here in Kids Corner. I say that every single time in every video, Kids Corner. Ever since the launch of Windows Phone 8, I've called it Kids Zone, but I don't expect that to change. But you know what? Let's say you've got a kid that likes to play with your phone. We're going to put all these applications in the Kids Zone or the Kid Corner, and then we'll go to Next. And we won't set a password, but I'm going to show you how it works here. So I go to Finish, and I can access Kids Corner just from the lock screen by swiping to the left and swiping up, and I can customize or have my child customize it how it sees fit. So I can name my kid Timmy, or so let's say my kid's name is Timmy. We'll choose a picture. If I had a picture I could choose out of the albums. Then I can change the background to light, and I can change the color over to crimson. And let's say we got some customization for Timmy right there. And then within Kids Corner, Timmy can customize as much as he sees fit, but it gives him access to some of the stuff on my phone without giving him access to email or without giving him access to phone, things like that, without my express permission. It's a pretty cool little feature. And when you're done, click off, and you can easily access regular Windows Phone 8. You can set a password as well so they can't access your phone, your email, and play around, and before you know it, your 2-year-old kid's sending emails to your boss that's auto-corrected to slang words or curse words. Never a good thing. Thanks to Kids Corner you can avoid that. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage on the Nokia Lumia 820. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. PhoneDog_Aaron is the work account. As you may know, I'm leaving at the end of the year. If you want to follow me on my personal Twitter account, it's Aaron C. Baker. And then be sure to follow PhoneDog Taylor as well at PhoneDog_Taylor. He's going to be doing a ton of video in the next couple of weeks. I know he'll love your questions. Get excited. Got some exciting changes coming to PhoneDog for 2013, so stay tuned for those. And stay tuned for the full review on Nokia's mid-range device on AT&T. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage. And as always, we'll see you next time.